Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to Hilaal Live. It's the Sports Desk, and if you'd like to contribute on our WhatsApp line 079 if you'd like to share some of the sporting results that caught your eye over the last week, you're more than welcome to do so. WhatsApp messages only, no telephone calls, unfortunately. So do join us and be part of the conversations. In studio, Feroz Shaik, our sports analyst. A lot happened in the sporting world last week.
Absolutely, lots happening professionally and in the amateur field. So there was the hockey IPT held in Cape Town last week at the Wynberg military base.
Oh, okay.
So congratulations to Tegan Fourie and Mustafa Kasim. Now they were named the SA Women's and Men's Indoor Hockey Players of the Year for 2023. Idris Abdullah was named the SA Men's Rising Star of the Year, and Malika Hamza was the SA Women's Rising Star.
Is she playing senior now already?
Yeah, she's
I followed her. I know her dad and mom so well.
Yes.
I bumped into him over the weekend as well. So she was part of the team?
Absolutely, and she also plays overseas as well. Yeah, so the Kasim brothers have gone to the Netherlands now as well. So hopefully they'll join us after Ramadan in April when they get back. But yeah, they're professional hockey players, so they're doing excellently for themselves.
So great.
So congratulations to them for those awards.
Brilliant.
And of course, let's talk about football. There's lots happening. Your team is still banging in the goals as per usual, which is excellent to see. I'm actually surprised that they're maintaining that every match.
I'm actually not surprised, because I think Ateta had a plan. He's analysed every single game against his opponents so well. Found out their weaknesses, our strengths in that process, and looking like a rugby score at the moment.
No, absolutely.
Look, I mean, we don't expect it to last forever, but while this run is happening, I'm very excited to see a team scoring so many goals. I mean, the last time this happened was 2019 season. Man City did almost the same as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they came out when Haaland joined. I mean, it was something else. It was lovely to see. Yeah. So it's always nice to see goals in a soccer match. I'm glad it's just my team for a change.
Well, let's just go through those fixtures for this weekend, and Crystal Palace and Luton tomorrow. Of course, the early game is United and Everton.
Oh, yes.
Palace and Luton, that's at 5. Wolves and Fulham.
Well, we saw a derby over the weekend. Man City coming victors over that.
In the second half, they came back strongly there. And then Arsenal and Brentford, that's also a London derby, late game that at 7:30.
Correct.
And then on Sunday, Villa Tottenham at 3 o'clock, Brighton and Forest at 4, West Ham Burnley at 4, and then the late game promises to be a cracker, Liverpool and City at quarter to 6. Look, let's just run through that table. Yes,
City's going to do us a favour, big time. But I'm glad Liverpool's doing well. They're a good team. They came short last season, so they've got a point to prove. Klopp is just doing well with the team.
Absolutely.
Team's gelling nicely. I always liked, for me, it's about football first. My team is Arsenal, but football first. I like to see a good match, clean match, no diving.
Attacking football.
There we go.
No theatrics.
There we go.
Absolutely.
And playing till the whistle.
Correct.
And officials not getting too caught in the whole hype of VJR, or what do you call it?
VAR.
VAR, my apologies. VAR and all those shenanigans.
No, absolutely. There's lots happening in terms of that, but you're absolutely right. Let's look at that log. Liverpool topping the log, 27 games, 63. City a point behind. Arsenal a further point behind. So Arsenal 2 points, which is good to see. Followed by Villa on 55. I'm surprised Villa is still in that running. Absolutely.
Stunning.
And Tottenham on 50 in fifth place, followed by United on 44. It's close. It's still a fair way to go. So, and then in the relegation zone, Sheffield United, Burnley, and Luton Town not looking too good for them. Those are the same teams that got promoted.
Correct.
They always say when you come up, it's very difficult to stay up, especially for the smaller teams. I think they really battle because it's finances, sponsorships, their stadiums. It doesn't take a lot.
Yeah, but Burnley's had some good games the first half of the season. They upset one or two teams, and I thought they would do a little better.
Well, it's a marathon. It's 38 games, so they have to do much more than that to stay in the Premiership.
Exactly.
And for them, let's hope that they can maybe try and squeeze something in the end and stay up there.
Who are some of the rising stars that you've seen play this season in EPL?
In EPL, I think City had a good signing with Doku, Jeremy Doku from Belgium. He's one that stood out. Of course, Arsenal Saka is always their key man for them. He's playing brilliantly as well.
Playing so well.
Yeah.
And like I said, the analysis that Ateta has done is that a lot of their goals have come from corners this season, surprisingly. It's a team effort,
correct,
as they say, which is great. Okay. Moving along, what else do you have for us?
DSTV, tomorrow, of course, is the big Soweto derby, Pirates and Chiefs. Look, I must be honest, recently the derbies have been, to me, a bit boring.
Okay.
Going back to the 80s and early 90s, it was exciting to watch.
Dr.
Khumalo's Teenage Landlas in the 80s. Pirates has Jerry Sikusana, all those stars.
Kalele.
Correct. And these days it's a little bit boring, 1-1 draw, 1-0.
Yes.
So let's hope that we see a good derby this time round.
Hopefully.
And of course the Cape Derby as well. Let's not forget that Stellenbosch and Cape Town Spurs.
Okay.
Stellenbosch in the top 3 as well, doing well. And on Sunday, Cape Town City travel to Royal AM.
Okay.
So those are the Cape Town teams that are in action. The CSA T20 Challenge. So cricket is not yet over. We had the SA20.
Right.
Now we got the domestic T20, which starts tonight, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it starts tonight. Dolphins and Western Province, that's in Durban.
Okay.
Yeah, all those games starting at 6 o'clock. So it's actually underway at the moment.
Okay.
Titans and the Northwest Dragons.
Okay.
Warriors and the Tuskers. And then the Lions take on the Rocks. So those are
Who's
the games. The Rocks is Paul.
Oh, okay. Paul Rocks. Gotcha.
Paul Rocks,
okay.
Yeah.
The teams have, over the years, they keep changing their names. They get lost.
Yeah, you see, it's these different T20 tournaments. Obviously, the SA20 was the franchise, and now we got the CSA, the T20 Challenge, which we have that. And of course, there's so much of also local sport taking place. We got that Heritage Cup. We spoke to Luqmaan Shadrach.
That's happening this weekend.
Yes, we spoke to him last week, Luqmaan Shadrach. There's just so much of sport happening.
Nice.
It's
and I think before Ramadan as well, everyone's trying to finish up the season, finish up the last bit of trophy that needs to be played for. And inshallah, we'll resume again after. This is our last show before Ramadan as well. We're also taking a break for the sports show, and we'll be back after Ramadan, inshallah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Formula One. Big fan?
Yeah, big fan. I'm a Ferrari fan.
Okay,
I must be honest.
I'm from next season. I'm going to be a Ferrari fan again.
Ferrari finished second and third in the opener. So
did they not finish fourth and fifth and sixth?
No, well, we can double check.
I'm sure it was.
And Verstappen, of course, is the man to beat, right?
Man, just taking off from last season.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was Williams that Red Bull finished 1 and 2. And then, Ferrari did finish 3 and 4. You're right.
Yeah.
It was McLaren did finish 5 and 6.
Correct.
There we go. Yeah.
And of course, there's a test match taking place in India. India have already won the 5-match series.
Okay.
They're leading 3-1.
Okay.
It's the 5th and final one. Just the latest score from day 2. England were bowled out for 218.
Okay.
India looking good, building a good lead there of 255 runs. So they're 473 for 8. So it seems like they're going to win this game.
I want to ask you, in a World Cup, who are the teams that you always look for in a World Cup to do well, that very rarely disappoints?
Well,
in a cricket World Cup,
there's always these teams that will do well, that will very rarely disappoint. It's like India, Australia,
right?
England will be there. South Africa gets there, but then they fall away towards the end. Pakistan, they're an up and down team. On the day they can beat anyone, then on the day they can lose to anybody. So they just need to be a little bit more consistent, but it's your Indias, your Australia, England, South Africa. New Zealand is a very good tournament team.
I think so too, of late.
Yeah.
I think over the last 2 or 3 World Cups, they've really upped their game. I mean, do you remember the Dales? Was it Daniel Vettori?
Dan Vettori, yeah, and Brendan McCarthy. Look, 2015 they lost in the final.
Yes.
2019 they lost in that epic final that was tied and it went to a super over. So that was really a crazy final.
What about the new rules coming through in cricket? Big fan, not big?
Look,
taken away from the game?
I think...
slows the game.
Yeah, look, it does slow the game, but sometimes you need it because...
Mind game, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. A lot of new rules with the umpires. For me, it's the umpires are losing it a little bit because they have the technology to go to.
That's it.
It's no more where they're making their own decisions.
I get you.
I know they have that comfort of the technology where rather be safe, let's go to that.
Right.
But it's losing that aspect of that human decision.
I know. That's taken away from the game,
Correct.
right? Even VAR as well.
Yeah.
I interviewed one of our board members that was at the last game with Altaf Kazi and all the guys. I mean, he just lost his voice. He could barely talk to us the next day because of the atmosphere, and it's just like so electrifying. And I think that's what I love about cricket. I'm still a 5-day fan. You know, I'm a test guy.
The ultimate.
Yeah, you know, and I think T20 and all of that has changed the way cricket's been played.
Look, there's been positives because of, especially in Test cricket, the run rate's upped.
Sure.
You know, before it used to be 2, 2.5. Now you're going to 3, 3.5, 4. Even some sessions, the batting teams are going at 5. So the game is being progressed
of course,
quite quickly.
Of course. Feroz, Jazakallah so much. All the best over Ramadan to you and the family. We'll resume this. We'll do this all over again after Ramadan, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Have a great one. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
And that's the last of the series for us on Hilaal Live. We'll be back after Ramadan. We have a whole new lineup for the Ramadan season. And over the weekend, we'll be at Spice Maker between 12 and 3, broadcasting live. So you can join us. If you are in the Cape area, do pop around and say hi and experience the Spice Maker 6 series. We'll be there. From all of us at Hilaal TV, technical team, Sohail Barnes, and from myself, Luqmaan Shadrach, have a wonderful Ramadan. We wish you all the very best, inshallah, to you and your family. Have a great evening. Assalamu alaikum.